Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday! Today is the opening day of SMOKEFALL, so we are sitting here talking to Morgan Urbanovsky, the student director.
Hello.
So excited. You guys need to come and check it out. It opens today at 2 o'clock. Tickets are free, and then they're also doing a showing tomorrow at
7:30.
At 7:30. Tickets are also free for that one. This is a completely student-run show, so it's really important for y'all to turn out, okay? So anyways, we're going to chat with Morgan for a little bit. Thank you so much for agreeing to sit down with us. I know y'all are busy.
Oh yeah, but thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course, anytime. So I'm curious. I think this whole mentality of a entirely student-run show is so cool. Like, what a great opportunity. So can you kind of tell me about the SEED program?
Yeah, of course. It's so fantastic, and I know as soon as the notice was posted last semester, Kevin posted the notice up everywhere on Facebook, everywhere, encouraging everyone to, put forward their proposals for a show that they wanted to do, and they would choose one student director over everyone who submitted their proposals and wanted to do a show. They chose one person to have a full production team, a production budget, kind of run like a main stage production usually is when the professors direct, but this time it would be a student, and this is the first year they're doing it. And I think it's just a wonderful opportunity for students. This department already has so many wonderful opportunities with 10-minute plays and 40-minute plays that are all student-run as well. But this one specifically, it was a really great opportunity to get, and I'm really thankful for it.
That's amazing. So why did you choose SMOKEFALL? What about it kind of spoke to you?
I didn't know the show long before I actually started looking for shows for this project. I know I really wanted to submit something, and I was like, will I find a show that's worthy of submitting it for this project to get this money and to have people help me with it. And then SMOKEFALL came in the mail, and it was a fairly new show. So I ordered it and I read it. It took me about 2 hours to read it, and I didn't pick up any of the other scripts that I ordered.
That's awesome.
I instantly knew that I was going to do this one because it's very much around the shows that I like to do. It's interesting, it's new, but it's also very relatable at the same time. So I thought it was very interesting, and I instantly ran around wanting to share it with everyone, and it's just a great show.
That's so cool. So can you tell me a little bit about it without ruining it?
Yeah. Usually when people ask me what it's about, I tell them, just bits and pieces like, oh, there's a 16-year-old who eats dirt and drinks paint, and there's a grandfather and a mother and a father as well, and there's a narrator who is named Footnote, and there's double casting, so it's a 5-person cast.
Okay.
They all play different characters as well. But when I was thinking about it, really what the show is about is a family. It's a family through different generations and through different times and a different lineage of this one family that we get to meet from the very beginning. And it's basically about their struggles and their hardships and what they go through. And basically they just try to love each other as much as they can throughout their life. No matter what they have to go through, they still love each other, and I think it's very relatable because, everyone has a family, whether you have the best relationship with them or not, we all have the same struggles, and I keep finding myself quoting the show. This is a quote from the show: the names might be different, but our fate is the same through everyone's family, so yeah.
That's neat. I really like that. So I guess, you kind of told me a little bit about how this kind of relates to being like a student and kind of a person in general, because everybody can identify with it and everybody can pull pieces of it.
Whether you're a parent or a student, you're a mother, a father, you can be more at one time. You can be a mother, you can be a father, you can be a sister, you can be a brother, and that's in this show. Every one of those characters is in this show, and whether they can relate directly with the character or not, you can definitely relate with the relationships that everyone has, those loving relationships that everyone has. So I think that's why it's really relatable, and that's why I think anyone who comes to see the show will find a piece of their family or even themselves in one of these characters or one of these situations. Yeah.
I love that. That's amazing. So it's a really good show then for kind of an audience member walking in who doesn't know anything about this show, because they're not going to get any weird surprises, or at least there'll be fun surprises. But
right. Yeah, there isn't any really huge context behind the show. I think if I would give some advice that when you come to see the show, come with an open mind and just enjoy it. It's a really fun ride the story takes you on, and yeah, I feel like if you're a new audience member who's never heard of it, that's wonderful. There's plenty of surprises for you in the show, and it's really great for everyone.
I love it. So this seed project, is this a grant that the school got, or where did this money come from, or how did this project kind of come along?
They didn't exactly explain when they put out the papers and for everyone to do it. They basically said that we would get a production budget, which we did, and I believe it's coming from the school itself, just to grant one student, the opportunity. But I think that's where it's coming from. It's definitely coming from the school.
Okay.
And when we have the show, we also accept donations at the door. If you would like to donate, all that money goes right back to the department as well. But it is a free show, and we accept donations for it. But yeah, that's where everything came from.
That's cool. Now, are they planning on renewing it? Is this something that
hopefully?
That's pretty cool.
I really hope that this becomes an annual thing. Because it was a really fun time working with some of my closest friends and working with the production team that I have. It was hard work, but I really hope that we exceed the department's expectations on how this project ended up, and that they grant the chance for one other student to do it in the future.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that I'm really impressed with the theater and the dance department, is that there are so many opportunities for y'all to do everything involved in a show. And maybe that's common in most universities. Maybe I'm not familiar, but I just think it's amazing that, you got to direct a show. Like, that's now on your resume.
I got my hand at directing, at a run crew backstage, at stage manager, assistant stage manager, and at the same time I get to work with some of my best friends, and that just makes it so much better. So I've gained a lot of experience through this program. I'm really appreciative.
Yeah.
And it's just been really great.
That's cool too, to get to work with your friends, because as you're kind of thrown into the situation that maybe you don't have all the experience for, you have all the support for it too, which is so
and you're
helpful.
learning from each other, whether you know exactly what to do or not. You're there for each other, and you learn together, and I think that's really great.
That's a great experience. I love that. That's so cool. All right, well, wonderful. I do have some questions about what's coming up in the theater department. I know we chatted with Allison a little bit about Cloud 9.
Yes.
I know there's also a 40-minute play festival.
A 40-minute play festival,
Yeah,
yes.
will you tell me a little bit about that? Because I think I missed
Of course. The 10-minute play festival is in the fall, and then there's a 40-minute play festival in the spring where the Directing 2 class gets a chance to direct a 40-minute play, and it's all student-acted, student-led, student-designed as well. And it's a really great opportunity for actors, for directors, for trying your hand at a little bit of everything. And the stage managers and the assistant stage managers come from the production class, the stage management class. So it's basically just a bunch of students coming together to produce a couple nights of wonderful 40-minute plays for everyone.
Yeah, so many different things. I like that. And then Cloud 9 opens April 18th?
Yeah, it runs the 18th through the 23rd, I believe, of April. It'll be in the Wilson Theater. It's a really great show. I've had the chance to see it in their rehearsal process, and they're only getting better. Cloud 9 is going to be wonderful. It's directed by Terry Lewis, who's a professor here. So yeah, it's going to be a really great show, so make sure you check that out.
I'm excited about that. I actually just bought that place so I could read it, so I'd be prepared when I sit down with Dr. Lewis, because I've heard so much about it.
There's so much about it. It is recommended for mature audiences.
Yeah, I think it's a little racy, the cover of the book. I was like, I don't think I'll take this to work. So I do have one last question for you, because I am curious. I know that this project is on top of all of your classwork and whatever jobs you also work. How did you balance? How did you?
It was a little difficult at first. I was wondering, because the actors are so busy at the same time, and you all have conflicting schedules, and you have to schedule rehearsal time that's good for everybody to meet. So we rehearsed about 3 days a week, 2 hours each, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I would be able to work Tuesday, Thursday at my job because I don't have any classes on Tuesday, Thursday, except for one in the morning. And schoolwork, I'm taking mostly theater classes, and they're greatly supportive, but I have been juggling a lot of work at the same time. And but I think when you're juggling work for your passion and for something that you want to do for the rest of your life, it doesn't seem like work. It doesn't seem like too much of a juggling act. Yeah, because when I just fall into it, when I was doing work for this, it just happened. And and I feel like when you're doing work for something you're passionate about, it doesn't really seem like work. So.
Well, and also I think probably the small cast helped you a lot too.
Oh yeah.
And then being with friends and
definitely
just made it probably felt a lot more fun than.
Definitely, the small cast helped because less schedules the better.
Yes.
But the cast is fantastic, and the crew has been amazing with helping me with whatever I needed. If I was ever panicked or worried or anything like that, they would easily calm me down because of all the great work that they're doing. And I'm really excited for people to see the show.
I am too. I'm so excited. So that is today. Opens today at 2 o'clock. Tickets are free, and then tomorrow again at 7:30. Y'all come out. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. Project Grads Ashley Vega is also in it. We're super excited to see her. So y'all come out and see the show. We will be back with y'all on April 14th. We will be talking to Dr. Lewis about Cloud9. So excited. So y'all come back and tune in then. Happy Friday. I hope y'all enjoy this gorgeous weather. I'm wedding planning. I'm sorry, guys. It's gorgeous weather. And have a good weekend.